There was a question that was brought up recently by a client of mine. How do you push past pain so that it either doesn't affect you or affects you less? I thought that was a phenomenal question. The truth is, most of us never even move past emotional pain. We may spend a lot of time avoiding it or being triggered by some of the different circumstances that happen throughout life. But as I ask her, and I will ask you this question as well, when was the last time you actually acknowledged your feelings and dealt with them? Feelings are indications of what is going on and where we are in our life. Now, there are things that actually happen in our lives that trigger us. I'm talking about memories, lies, maybe the stories that you tell yourself or hang on to, those stories that really don't serve you or help you to grow. I've got a solution for you as to how you move past it all. Let's go. Infinite being, use your intention, love your life. So how do you move past events in your life that cause pain, maybe rejection? How do you transform your relationship with that pain and rejection? Remember, the power to change your state is within you, and it only takes your ability to be able to see it and to shift it. If this resonates with you, remember to hit that like button, a subscribe button, or share this video with someone that you really realize could really use this talk. Pain pushes until the vision pulls. That is a quote from Reverend Michael Beckwith. And when we examine that, we can begin to see that pain is not just something that comes to us that we have to push away. It might be a physical pain or a heart pain, but most of it comes from this root cause of a pain that we have not dealt with. We as humans tend to look outside of ourselves, what they did, what she did, what he did, how it happened, and my life will never be the same. But until we address the trigger that we actually feel within, that rejection trigger, let's say, for example, we cannot move past it. Many of us tend to reject a trigger when it shows up. For example, your partner started texting or left the room when you were in mid-sentence, or you were walking together and they darted forward and bolted ahead of you when you realize that for years they have been right next to you. This may indicate a problem within that person or something that needs to be addressed in the 3D world, within the 3D world as it has appeared within this reality. But it also is likely an indication of what's going on within you. You see, you might think, why are they no longer interested in me? They used to hang on my every word. Or, I thought we were in this together, but you don't fill me in on anything. You block me out. You walk away. However, if you dig deeply, you may discover a root cause of the pain behind that action. Maybe the not good enough or I'm not loved is really the thing that you first felt, perhaps even in your childhood, from a self-absorbed, broken parent who was just not even aware that this was the message that you received. What is the root cause of that pain? Maybe your partner stopped talking to you for a period of time and you get angry. They're ignoring you. They're leaving you out. They're pushing away. They're calling you different. What you are likely experiencing in this now moment is actually those moments of rejection and pain from the previous times. Feelings of not being seen, of being ignored, of unloved. It can feel even like abuse. Pull back the layers. What is the real culprit? What is the original trauma that is now trapped within the cells of your being, your body, and is now reignited through this current triggering? Address the reason you may have felt that pain. Is it that you feel others will see you in a certain way or don't see you? Do you garner attention or want to make them care about you? Is it a manipulation thing brought about by not feeling loved, not feeling seen? Do you feel that they should know how to treat you if they were, let's say, a good person? And I ask you, how? Are they raised exactly the same way as you with the same values, the same life challenges, the same everything? And are they on the exact same page as you with how they will react to things even if they were raised exactly the same? Well, studies show that not even twins access life in the same way when they grow up in the same household. So how could this person outside of yourself truly understand your point of view and agree without any input whatsoever? Have you even spoken to them? Better yet, have you spoken to yourself about your true innermost feelings? It's likely that the stuck energy must be addressed. And this is why we likely have judged ourselves as undeserving or less than. And then we find all of these situations which we now invoke as confirmation as to why we're not good enough, why we're unloved. We may not fully understand that the subconscious mind literally seeks out the like patterns that is within the alignment of our deepest beliefs. We see what we believe. In fact, years ago, I was in a seminar with Tony Robbins, and he asked the audience to close their eyes, and then when he asked them to open them, they were to find as many red things as possible in the room. And then he shut them down in time. And then he said, well, what is the number that you found? Shout it out. So they shouted it out. And then he goes, and how many of you actually saw a bunch of red shirts or a bunch of burgundy shirts and called them red just to feel successful? And everybody laughed. But the truth is that those red shirts or red whatevers were in the audience and around us all along. We just didn't have our focus on them. We weren't thinking red shirt. When we have pain around a situation or circumstance, it is pain or energy that is improperly processed and remains stuck in the cells of our body. When we add to that pain with more of the same pain, it is unprocessed pain or energy that stays within those cells. It can cause inflammation, such as constipation, holding on to the past, diarrhea, the body's way of trying to release it, or say some advances to dis-ease. Some say cancer. That struck energy remains in the physical, emotional, and mental functions of our being. Science tells us there is a relationship between the physical pain and unprocessed emotions. Pain is the physical expression of emotional and mental duress. Find a practice to release that stuck energy within. That could look like sitting with your pain and simply addressing it, speaking it out. It's being specific that brings us into the present moment where we can create or co-create. So don't just try to see it and then get rid of the discomfort. Don't judge or reject it. Actually embrace it and see what it offers as a teacher to you. and then release it. Some practices that I can think of that I have used in the past are journaling, and that is writing your thoughts down. That could be a morning pages, or that could simply be keeping a journal for 30 to 90 days and seeing the effects. EFT, or emotional freedom technique, tapping, it's otherwise known as. TM, transcendental meditation, which helps you not only with calming of the thoughts, but calming of the nervous system. Some practices that can help you change your state without avoiding are the best. I have Christian friends who do not believe that God has bestowed the power for them to change. Some of them believe that there are scriptures in the Bible that tell us how things are, but somehow there's a disconnect because there is a belief that that's for everyone else, not for me. So how do you integrate those meanings? If you do not believe you have the power to achieve it, it will not occur thanks to the subconscious mind. It starts with the belief that I am capable to shift my experience during a challenge or the behavior presented by others. It's in the practice that forms a support or resilience that allows you to see in the moment of the real glow up here. That is the opportunity for you to reclaim your power that you likely have given up so long ago. Reject the lie that claimed your talent, your gifts, your heart, and stop trading it for that trigger point that lives within me, but instead embrace the truth or the lesson around that pain. And so I have some questions for you to help you unearth this, and you can even use these as journal prompts. 3 questions. What am I feeling, and where does that pain lie in my body? Is this pain point root the absolute truth, or is there another explanation that I have not yet seen or uncovered? What is the practice that I can adopt for the next 30 days to see and improve resiliency around this particular trigger? Practice this for at least 30 days and return to make a comment to see if there's any shift at all. I wish you all the best. Be well, infinite being. Smooches. Thanks for watching, infinite beings. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, smooches.